Hi, everybody. AI. How many of you really know what to do with it? Maybe barring the kids in the room who have used it to turn in their assignments using AI. How many of you really know what you can do with AI? Maybe help me raise some hands. Well, there are very few, as I see. Exactly, right? I mean, it's a very fast-paced, advanced technology, and we are still learning about it. All right, let me ask a follow-up question. How many of you believe AI can shape the future of education? Again, raise some hands maybe. Brilliant, brilliant. So many of you, right? Exactly. I have been working with AI for the last several years, and I lead an AI company, and like most of you, I truly believe AI can shape the future of education, and not just that it can solve some of the meaningful problems out there. And today, I'm here to give you all more certainty to the teachers, to the students, to the parents out there on what you could potentially do with AI. And by the end of this talk, if I have done my job correctly, you know what to do with it. If I don't, then catch me during the break and ask me a lot of questions. Okay? And with that, first off, before diving into what AI can do for education, let's try to understand the concept of AI itself. Now, what is this? Cat, right? Now, this is a dog. How do I know, or how do we all know that this is a cat and this is a dog? Probably our parents or our beloved teachers have fed us with a lot of examples of cats and dogs, and over a period of time, we started identifying them, we started learning them, that this is a cat and this is a dog, right? And exactly the same way, AI learns with examples, and it uses those examples to make a meaningful decision. And I, as a data scientist, if I have to build AI that differentiates cat and a dog, I simply feed it with a lot of examples of cats and dogs and allow it to learn it. And then acquire that knowledge, which is nothing, I'm talking about AI as a magic box here. And once it acquires the required knowledge, whenever it sees the new object, in this case, it is seeing cat, it has correctly predicted that it is a cat, right? That's how it utilizes that knowledge to make a decision. And like human beings, AI learns better with quality examples. And here's the catch. Like human beings, AI can absolutely make mistakes. Having been in the industry for several years, I never saw an AI that's 100% accurate. And it's never going to be. And here's the thing, and besides it being wrong, I was quite shocked by the wrong results it has produced. And by the way, the students out there, if you're really using AI to turn in your assignments, then be cautious. Please don't copy-paste it. Be cautious and try to understand what it is actually producing, because it could be absolutely wrong. And then it gives you in a very assertive way that it is correct. And because it is trained on such a very assertive and confident language. Probably a little bit like my mom, who is sitting out there, and she talks with a lot of authority, but she could be wrong sometimes. The entire perspective here is that, like human makes mistakes, AI can absolutely make mistakes. And that's where I'm a big fan of hybrid intelligence, where I use my own human intelligence in combination with artificial intelligence to be able to make some meaningful decisions. And again, here, no offense to my mom. And here is the thing. Now that we know a lot more about AI, let's try to understand what AI can do to education, right? Now, like any other technology, AI in education has various use cases. It can help teachers the way they teach better, and it can help students support in their learning outcomes, better learning outcomes. And before I dive deep further, let me ask this question. How many of you struggled to learn a complex topic the very first time a teacher taught you? Maybe help me raise some hands. Okay, let me put this question this way. How many of you, let's imagine you were taught this mathematical concept called as pi in a classroom. Let's imagine all of you are 7 years old or 9 years old. How many of you struggle to understand the mathematical concept of pi? Maybe. Help me. Like, so many hands, right? Exactly. Like most of you, I struggled learning some complex topics. Forget about me. I had been managing several developer and data science communities in the last 1 decade. And that's where I met about, I'd been managing 8 million, 2 million, and the most recent one, 300,000 people community, where I used to see one thing in common. Everyone used to struggle to learn complex topics. I was like, what can we do to solve this? And that's exactly the time when generative AI and ChatGPT came in, where it could simplify and personalize any topic in a very, very simple way. And here is the thing. Let me show you. Here, I'm asking ChatGPT, saying that, imagine I'm 7 years old. Please explain me the concept of pi with my passion. My passion and admiration is for Batman. It could be something for you. And let's see what it throws. I'm not going to read everything, but as you can see, it has delivered a very intuitive explanation of pi. It said, the Joker has challenged Batman, and the Batman eventually figured out how to calculate the diameter of a pizza. And these are the examples. This is the kind of quality education and intuitive examples that our kids need to shape their future. I know I'm hurting some sentiments. I know there are some teachers out there, and some of them might be depressed. Does this make teachers obsolete? Absolutely not. As I said, AI is never 100% accurate, and we need our teachers to deliver quality education that is more accurate and more intuitive to our kids, and that quality delivery is what inspires our kids, and that is what is needed to shape the future generations. And absolutely, teachers, please remember, don't see AI as a threat. See AI as an opportunity that can help you articulate some nice storylines that you can teach to your kids, that can save tons of hours. I'm going to talk about it in a while. But that's what it is capable of. And let me reiterate this. It's not AI that's going to take away the jobs. It's people who know how to use AI are going to. Are teachers in the room, are you convinced? Are you going to use AI? Maybe some hands? Oh, well, I see some hands there. But again, I see some reluctance, and not most of you are raising. So here's the thing. I'm going to give you another example here. How many love marking papers? How many really love grading the papers of your students? Maybe raise some hands. No? Okay, there is one. Literally none, as I see. Absolutely. I never liked grading papers, but I loved interacting with kids. I loved teaching them. But let's be honest, I never loved marking their papers. And here's the thing. I'm going to show you an AI that takes the topic. Let's say in this case, it has taken the topic of photosynthesis. It's going to take the grading criteria, let's say the grammar, creativity that you expect, and it sets the expectations on what you exactly expect from the essay. And then you can give your grading scale and turn in the assignment that the student has submitted. And let's see the magic, what AI does. Absolutely, right? This is amazing. It has given you clear distinction on where the student has failed and where the student didn't. It has given a grade of A-. And again, as I said, you can't directly use the results as is. You need to do it in a hybrid approach. You need to apply your own intelligence and then mark the papers. But here is the thing. Imagine you have to grade 100 essays. It takes about 6 hours, or maybe close to that, right? And if you use AI, it's going to take you 1 hour. That's a 5 to 6x productivity. And that could save your time to deliver quality education to our kids. And this is the need of the hour. And to summarize, as I said, teachers out there, let's look at AI as an opportunity, not as a threat. Now, I know there are several parents in the room. I know you have been patiently listening and sitting out there. I didn't forget you. So here is the thing. Despite countless efforts of our teachers, we still feel that lacking of desired individual and personal attention to our kids. And indeed, the high dropout rates and the challenges in finding the right career path is a testament for that. Now, you'll be surprised, 244 million students globally dropped out in 2021. I'm talking about the kids from 6 to 18 years old. This is a massive problem, right? And there's a big problem out there. And when we dive into the reasons, why is it causing? It's due to the financial problems and also due to the identification of the right career path for the kids. Okay, financial problems, it's understood that the parents who can't afford, that's quite understandable, but still, AI can provide equitable and democratic access to quality education to those kids. But here is the thing, there is a staggering 35 to 45% of students who drop out because they find challenges in finding the right career path. And parents, here is a big problem, right? You're talking about 35 to 45%. And here, our kids are exactly missing the link on what they're studying today and what they're expecting to do in future. There is a missing link. And you don't need to wait for this teacher to demonstrate this link. You yourself can encourage kids to start using AI and identify that link. And that's very much need of the hour, and you must step in to do this. Now, here is an example I'm going to show you. There is a career idea generator by AI. Here I'm going to turn in the skills of the students, let's say critical thinking, problem solving, communications, and I'm also going to feed in the interests of the students, and then let's see what AI can do the magic for us. It has given 10 roles that the student can pursue. These are the career ideas that it has given based on the personalized interest and skills of the student. And then, using this career idea, you can potentially feed it to a career path where you can feed in your country, age, and the title that you're aspiring to. I mean, here I have just picked data analyst, which is the second option. And here is the thing. It gives an absolute explanation on what kind of education to pursue and what kind of steps to be taken and what kind of skills they need to acquire to become a data analyst. And this is what is needed. This is what fixes that missing link. Again, I'm not saying you have to use it as is. It should be done in collaboration with the teachers, the mentors, and then you need to identify those right methodologies. And now, there are two ways of going about adopting AI, right? There is one way where we keep hearing in news that AI has been banned by authorities, AI has been banned by governments. That is one side of the story. And on the other side, we see a very progressive approach, including that of Luxembourg, which I've heard recently, where the authorities encourage the schools and teachers to use AI for the betterment of students. Now, when I look at these two sections, fast forward, by next 3-4 years, on one side, you will see those students who either use AI or use that with, or even don't use it, are very afraid to use AI, and then graduate, not knowing what exactly it can do. Of course, there will be some section of people who might still use it, but they use it with guilt. And then you have, on other side of the spectrum, where you have students who come out knowing how to use AI and what kind of opportunities it poses and what kind of challenges it can bring in. And now I leave you to consider, should we be taking an approach of banning AI, or should we be taking an approach, a progressive approach like Luxembourg took? This is something I'll leave it for you. And now, I know as I promised, I hope I have helped all the teachers, students, and parents help you educate what you can potentially do with AI. Just in case, students, use AI and use AI to personalize and simplify your education. Tomorrow, when you go to the classroom, and if you don't understand a complex topic, don't be afraid or don't be depressed. Just go to home, turn in AI, and then ask it to explain the same topic in a very intuitive way, taking out your passion. Let's say your passion is Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, whoever it is. Ask it to explain that complex topic in the form of a story of Batman or Superman. And that will help you solidify the concepts. And teachers, use AI to optimize your time, to improve your productivity. I'm sure it can help us to increase and enhance the learning outcomes of our kids. Example, I have given an example of AI essay grader. It can help your time by almost like 6x, right? So use AI. And parents, use AI to find the missing link. Encourage your kids to use AI so that we can shape a better future where they know and they make decisions that are more informed and driven by data. Now, I think it's important, all of us, the teachers, the students, the parents, and also the policymakers, it's important we embrace the AI era and shape the future generations. And thank you very much.